Good morning and welcome back to the channel and the allotment, where today I am going to tidy up the grassed area first of all up near the shed and get that done. We're forecast some rain tomorrow, so I thought I might as well try and get that done today. And also I've made a decision, or I think I've made a decision on the sweet corn, but we'll talk about that once I've got the grass done. First bit done. I really could do with a smaller mower, and I did have a little one, a lot easier to carry about and get this little bit of grass done, but it broke and I never got it fixed, so there we go. But that's done that. I'm going to nip out and just do the paths, and then I'll come back to you and we'll start firstly in the small greenhouse. There we go, that looks miles tidier, and it's not growing prolifically obviously because we're not getting much rain, and but it does look neat and tidy, and as I say, we're expecting quite a lot of rain next week, so fingers crossed that'll green it all up again. Right, let's go into the small greenhouse. So here we are in the small greenhouse, where the sweet corn is. Now, as I say, there are a number of cobs on here, but whether they've pollinated or not, I don't know. I've been to the sweet corn outside and felt the cobs feel nice and swollen and feel as though they've got something in there. These feel quite empty and I don't know. I just don't know. Because what I don't want to do is just have these in here for the full season, get to the end of it, I don't get any cobs, and I've starved this greenhouse of the light that it could be getting. Because I have found in here some melons. So let me show you those. Right, so let me take it down here. Can you see this beauty here? Look at that. I can't believe it. How have I not seen that? Now that's just hanging there. I'm just thinking I might have to put some sort of crate or something underneath that just to take the weight so that I don't, you know, it don't snap off one day. I also spotted one down here somewhere. Where are we? Just there. And there is another one somewhere in amongst. So yeah, I'm thinking to myself, these cucumbers here are doing quite well now. I've got, I mean, that's a huge cucumber there. And then I've got another one just at the back here. So I can afford to thin some of that cucumber leaves down to let more light in. But I'm just, I don't know. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll wait for your advice. But as I say, when you feel, you know, that one actually feels all right. But certainly some of these at the back here just feel like sticks. So, as per usual, guys, give me a little bit of advice. Point me in the right direction. Leave some comments in the comments below. Decision that I have made is, I think that these yard longs are really struggling now in these pots. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to harvest what I've got here and call it a day with these. The leaves are yellowing. I have fed it, I have been watering it, but I just think that, you know, the pots will probably be root bound now. So later on, I'm going to harvest these, take them home, and the rest can go in the compost. So that's the decision I have made. Rightly or wrongly? Let me know in the comments. One of the success stories this year on the plot is these peppers, and these were donated to me by good old Jimmy down on plot 41B. If you've not seen his channel, nip over. I'll leave that in the comments below. Nip over and see Jimmy's channel. It's a great channel. He's a great bloke. He sent me these Zabrange seeds over, and these are prolific. You look underneath here and there is uggings and uggings and uggings of peppers. But I have a question for you. Right, so let me just move some of these leaves for you. Here you go, you can see there. This is the fruits. There's absolutely tons on these plants. Now, when are these ready? That's the question. I've not grown them before, so if you're watching, Jimmy, when are these ready? Have I got to wait? They're called Zabrange, so I'm thinking to myself, orange, will they turn a colour? As usual, guys, answers in the comments below. And as that old song used to go, there are more questions than answers. And you know me, I like to ask a few questions. As I mentioned, outside, these cobs feel really nice and solid, you know, which makes me think that these are all self-pollinated and those ones are not. So I don't know. I feel that I've come so far with them. Should I just stick with it and go to the end and it is what it is. How do I pull the plug? Never mind, you can think too much about things, can't you? A lot of deadheading required for this centrepiece, and as I mentioned in the last video, it's starting to look a little bit tired now. So I think at some point I'm going to have to get in here and start taking off some of these, taking the odd one or two of these sunflowers out. But whilst ever there's bees on there, I'm going to leave them. So once the bees start disappearing, I'll try and tidy it up. But to keep this display going of the calendulas, it's really important to keep deadheading. And that's what I'm going to do all the way around. But I do think that this has been a good success story. Some of these plants, the lobelias, have not done that well, but I think the sheer energy that those sunflowers are taking out of that planter is probably why. I'm going to have to really, once I pull this out, get some manure in there and get some fresh compost in there just to revitalise it. I have been very lazy with my tomatoes, but I have started to tick all the side shoots off and open the plant up so that all these tomatoes down at the bottom can ripen up. As I say, generally I just leave them to their own devices, and I know I'd probably get more tomatoes if I gave them more time, but I am going to strip them back a little bit just so the sun can get in there and ripen and encourage the smaller tomatoes to get bigger. Right, what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to nip over and see Michael, who's 1, 2, 3, 4 plots up from me. So I'll take you along and we can have a chat with Mick. I can't believe how humid it is today. Unbelievable. Oh, there's Margaret. Now Margaret is a superwoman. She tends that plot pretty much on her own and she does a fantastic job. I'll tell you what, some people on this site could take a few leaves out of her book. As I say, yeah, we just nip up and see Michael. Is it 4 plots? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's 5 plots up from me. So we'll go see him. He's just round the corner. Michael! Oh, he's right back at greenhouse, look. He's hiding from me. Hey up, Mick. There he is. How we doing, mate?
Alright, welcome.
Yes, not bad, pal, not bad. What are you up to? I just thought I'd bring my my camera round and introduce you to my viewers. What are you up to?
Yes, sir. Basically, for 2 reasons. I seem to have some disease coming on some of my sweet peppers, or a lot of my sweet peppers. So right. I'm sorting them out, getting any disease out of the plants, and then moving them outside the greenhouse. You know, so we sort of had a little discussion earlier on. Basically, for 2 reasons. Well, to try and get more air circulation around them. And basically as well, with this time we're hopefully getting a bit of rain, and it'll save a bit of watering. Oh, good. Not so much watering in this greenhouse.
Well, particularly with this hosepipe ban, Michael. We won't talk about it too much.
Let's not get into that political.
Exactly. Blood pressure will rise. So yeah, I think it is a good idea to pop them outside and just give them a little bit of, like you say, get a little bit of air around them and get a bit cooler as well. You know, because it is really hot in those greenhouses.
Yeah, I agree.
Your potatoes are a nice size, aren't they? Look at the
height
height of them.
I did actually lift a couple of plants of these second earlies that are basically getting to the stage now. Yeah. And they were a bad crop. Right. They're not huge potatoes in themselves, but a reasonable crop overall. Oh, good. So I probably will selectively go through those.
You've got some decent cabbage there, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome to one if you want one.
It looks like if you like.
Yeah, I did more than I can eat.
Bloody heck,
Coleslaw seems
yeah.
to be a big thing this year.
Which one of them, Mick? Are they the Golden Acre ones or?
They're called Snowball.
Snowball.
Yeah,
Right, right.
you know, like a white cabbage, but
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with them this
Really
year.
nice.
So,
Your purple cabbage is doing well as well.
yeah, that's starting to hat up now.
Yeah, yeah. But it catches up with you, doesn't it, Mick?
It
When
does.
you're working full time.
You know, really, I'm going to try and get through and do a few beds this weekend.
But it's been that warm. You know, when you come down, you don't want to be doing that vigorous work of digging beds over and weeding and stuff like that, do you?
I mean, if you'd looked at these beds at the beginning of the year, there wasn't a weed in them. But,
No. But
there you go.
that's just one to put on jobs list, Mick.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Keeps
it's
me out of
looking
trouble.
good. How are your beans doing?
The beans are doing marvellous. Obviously, this was my broad bean bed, which I got a very good crop this year.
Yes.
So my freezer's full of it.
Right.
And these are I've got my dwarf beans around the outside, and I've got my climbers on the inside. I've already cropped 2 or 3 times off them. So,
All right, that sounds good, mate.
so
Sounds
they're
good.
ongoing.
Yeah.
The courgettes I can't stop.
Well, do you know something, Mick?
You
You bought me 2 courgettes because mine just curled up and died. The green one has given me 1 courgette. The whole plant, 1. The yellow one, I must have had about 10 off it. But
Really?
the green one, 1. And there's no on it.
And yet this was one, you know, I bought 2 for myself.
Yeah.
That was the bought one, and it's been producing. These are ones that I've grown later on from seed, and they're producing. And I've just had 2 before of the yellow, and that's the 3rd.
Yeah.
So they're all cropping very well.
Yeah. Well, like you say, I don't know what's wrong with the green one on mine, but I suppose there's time yet, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's time yet.
My carrots have been terrible.
Have they?
There's something I've either done wrong or there's a disease on them. But if I pull these for you now, they're going black on the ends, like that. So they've not reached much of a size. However, if you get all the, you know, if you chop the bottoms off, we're still getting a decent.
You can still eat them.
We can get an edible crop, but
Yeah.
they're not doing too well.
Yeah.
So
I think what it might be, Mick, I mean, I know that carrots don't need loads of fertility in the soil. So it might just be that you need to top it up with a bit more topsoil
yeah,
and a bit of sand.
but I'm going to rejig them anyway because this one needs redoing in the winter because it's had its day.
Right.
It needs to be redone.
Yeah.
And the plums are nearly there.
Oh, now listen, Mick's got the best plums on this allotment. I'll tell you that now. We're talking about fruits now.
Just
ladies
a
and
little
gentlemen.
hard at the minute, but that one's fairly.
Look at these here.
If you can find a
Look at these.
soft one.
But they are crackers. I've had some off here
Oh,
before.
that's beautiful.
And is that a hard or a soft?
Soft.
They have to be
Let's try and
soft.
Find one.
Find me a soft one. Oh, I've got one here.
You got one.
Yeah, this is a soft one.
These are the best plums you'll ever eat.
Oh dear. Oh dear. They are stunning. Excuse me and Mick while we're full of faces. Mick, thank you very much
No
for
problem.
that 5 minutes, mate. It's much appreciated. But we'll get together tonight as we do.
Yeah.
Have a few pints and
Put the world
talk,
to right.
put the world to rights and talk a load of absolute nonsense.
That's the one.
Yeah. Right. Oh. Well, that has brought us nicely to the end of another video. I'd like to thank everybody for watching and tuning in and for all your lovely comments. Hopefully you'll be able to help me with the dilemma that I've got in the small greenhouse with the sweet corn. As you can see, I'm absolutely made up that I've found some melons. So yes, any help with that would be much appreciated. I think I've half made my mind up. You guys might be able to sway the final decision. Anyway, I'd like to wish you all a great weekend, or rest of the weekend. Have a fantastic week. Hopefully I'll be back with you midweek for another update. But until then, everybody take care and happy growing.